Hello friends, welcome to the YouTube channel of SRIRAM's IAS. My name is Pragya. Today in the another interesting episode of Spoon Feed, we are going to delve upon a very important topic. So before I begin with the discussion today, I would like to ask you a very pertinent question, the answer to which we will be finding today. Can you arrest or imprison the sitting President of India or a governor of a state? So this is what we are going to discuss today, that is governor's immunity. The title of our today's discussion is governor's immunity, and that is dealt under Article 361 of the Indian Constitution. So let us firstly understand our points of discussion. We will be discussing the background, then we will understand the constitutional immunity that has been granted under our Indian Constitution to the President of India as well as a governor of the state. Then we will be understanding the origin of this constitutional immunity. We are also going to see the judicial interpretation, and we are also going to ponder upon the ongoing debate regarding the same. So if I talk about the background of our today's topic, there has been a case in which a contractual woman employee in the Raj Bhavan of West Bengal governors has accused the West Bengal governor of sexual harassment. Now the Supreme Court on July 19 has agreed to hear a plea in which it seeks to determine the contours of constitutional immunity under Article 361. So finally the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this plea, and a 3 judges bench has been constituted for the same. Now let us, before we understand what is the legal question, let us ponder upon the origin of this constitutional immunity. Okay, and what is exactly is this constitutional immunity? So basically Article 361 of the Indian Constitution shields the President and Governor from criminal prosecution and bars any judicial scrutiny of their actions while they are in their office. So to understand this better, let us study about Article 361. Let us have a look at the bare act of the Constitution of India and then understand what is the legal question before the Honorable Supreme Court in this case. So if you will talk about Article 361, okay, it states about the protection of President and Governors and Raj Pramukhs. The President or the Governor or Raj Pramukh of a state shall not be answerable. That means this is a mandatory provision. They are using the word shall here. To any court for the exercise and performance of the powers and duties of his office, or for any act done or purporting to be done by him in the exercise and performance of those powers and duties. The proviso states that the conduct of the President may be brought under review by any court, tribunal or body appointed or designated by either house of the Parliament for the investigation of a charge under Article 61. So as long as the Parliament is considering the impeachment of the President or Governor, till then they cannot be called into any question before any court while they are discharging their duties. So this is a constitutional immunity that has been granted to the President of India as well as a Governor of the state. Now the further proviso provides that nothing in this clause shall be construed as restricting the right of any person to bring appropriate proceedings against the government of India or the government of a state. It further states that no criminal proceeding whatsoever shall be instituted or continued against the president or the governor of a state in any court during his term of office. Clause 3 states that no process for the arrest or imprisonment of the person or the governor of a state shall issue from any court during his term of office. Now, this term criminal proceeding that has been used under article 361 clause 2, and this term no process for the arrest or imprisonment or the president or the governor has been challenged before the Honorable Supreme Court of India in the present plea. They are saying whether this process or criminal proceedings, institution of criminal proceedings, undertakes within itself, filing of an FIR or when the magistrate has taken cognizance, which is technically the starting of any case. So basically the legal question that is involved before the Honorable Supreme Court in the plea that has been filed is what constitutes the institution of these proceedings against him. So this is the legal question that has been stated before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, that what exactly constitutes the initiation of the criminal proceedings, because as you can see in the Bare Act that institution is barred. Okay, that means it cannot be instituted or continued against the president or the governor in any court during his term of office. So basically the plea is asking the Supreme Court to identify what exactly amounts to institution of a criminal proceeding, whether it is registering of an SRIRAM or whether it is the magistrate taking cognizance for the same. Okay, so this has to be clarified before the Honorable Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court of India is going to answer this question, that what exactly constitutes the institution of criminal proceedings. Moving further in our discussion, now let us discuss the origin of this constitutional immunity that has been granted under Article 361 of the Indian Constitution. So there is this Latin maxim, lex rex non potest pecare, that means the king can do no wrong. This maxim means that the king can do no wrong. And this is very well established in the English legal system. It is very well established in the English legal system that the king cannot do any wrong, and this maxim, Latin maxim, forms the origin of this sovereign immunity that has been granted, or the constitutional immunity that has been granted under Article 361 of the Indian Constitution. The Constituent Assembly discussed the introduction of Article 361 or draft Article 302 as it was known then on September 8, 1949. And when this article was discussed on the floors of Constituent Assembly, many pertinent question was asked by one member. He said that what do you mean by the term during his term, like whether it means the whole term or it means while he is in office, while he or she is in office. So this question was asked by a member of the Constituent Assembly. He also said that what if the president observes that there is a prima facie criminal case against the governor of a state, then president should have the power to dismiss that governor if there exists a prima facie case. But on every aspect, on every question, the Constituent Assembly debates is silent. They did not discuss it further about the criminal liability. They adopted the article as it is. As of now, yes, the President of India, the sitting President of India or the sitting governor of any state enjoys complete immunity from the criminal proceedings until and unless they remit from their office. Now moving further, let us understand the judicial interpretation, what has been interpreted by the Honorable Supreme Court of India and High Courts of various states. So first case is State versus Kalyan Singh and others. This case is famously known as the Babri Masjid demolition case. In which Kalyan Singh was one of the accused, but no criminal proceedings could be initiated against him because at that point of time he was the sitting governor of the state of Rajasthan. So that is why by virtue of Article 361 of the Indian Constitution, he remained immune from the constituent of the criminal proceedings, okay, from the start of any kind of criminal proceedings against him. Then there is Vyapam scam case. Same happened, the sitting governor of Madhya Pradesh was the prime accused in this case, and the MP High Court clarified that yes, under Article 361 clause 2, a governor enjoys complete immunity from any kind of criminal liability. Then there is this landmark judgment Rameshwar Prasad versus Union of India that has been delivered by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. In this case, the Supreme Court said that okay, if there is a prima facie case against him, then we can scrutinize his conduct if he is acting malafidely. Okay, so this was all about the criminal cases, that yes, they enjoy immunity against the criminal cases, absolute immunity. But what about civil cases? Can they be instituted against the sitting president or governor of a state? The answer is yes. 2 months time has to be given, and then you can institute a civil case against the sitting president of India or the governor of a state. And where has it been mentioned? It is mentioned under clause 4 of Article 361. It states that no civil proceedings in which relief is claimed against the president or the governor of a state shall be instituted during his term of office in any court in respect of any act done or purporting to be done by him in his personal capacity, whether before or after he entered upon his office as president or as governor of such state, until the expiration of 2 months next after notice in writing has been delivered to the president or the governor, as the case may be, or left at his office, stating the nature of the proceedings, the cause of action therefore, the name, description and place of residence of the party by whom such proceedings are to be instituted and the relief which he claims. So the same is the case with, not the case with civil proceedings. They can be instituted, okay, after giving the 2 months notice. Moving forward in our discussion, let us analyze what is the ongoing debate. So, if you talk about the ongoing debate, the debate whether executive immunity is a blanket protection in case of criminal proceedings has been taking place in other countries as well. It is taking place in India, but it is taking place at a global level. If you talk about USA, recently the USA Supreme Court has ruled that the ex-president Donald Trump cannot be held liable for any criminal action for any act that has been done by him under the official capacity. Not only the ex-president Donald Trump, any XYZ president of United States of America cannot be held liable for any criminal act that has been done during the office, during his official capacity. This does not include any unofficial work or any personal work, okay, acts done in his personal capacity. But if you talk about the official capacity, yes, they are immune from the institution of any kind of criminal proceedings. If you talk about India, what happens is there has been an ongoing tussle between governors of various states and their chief ministers, especially the state governments. If you talk about Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, other such instances have been there where it is alleged that the governor has not acted as the constitutional head of the state. He had rather acted on his own political biases, and that is why time and again it is being said that you should analyze or determine the extent of constitutional immunity that is being enjoyed by the governor of a state, so that to maintain the transparency and accountability, because governor is the constitutional head of the state. He has to work in the favor of the state. He has to put the interests of the state rather than ahead of his own political biases. And this question is before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, that what exactly constitutes the institution of criminal proceeding. The women contractual employee that has accused the West Bengal governor of sexual harassment completely and explicitly states in the petition that if you allow this immunity, what is happening to our fundamental rights? What will happen that the evidences might be tampered, because the governor is a very influential person. So, to what extent does he enjoys this immunity in respect to the violation of the fundamental right of the victim? So, definitely the Supreme Court has agreed to hear this case, and let's see what happens. Time will tell us that. What do you think about the whole scenario? Let me know in the comment section below. With this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. I hope this discussion was very insightful and interesting for you. If you enjoyed the today's discussion, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting updates. Thank you.